Hi everyone, it's Holly Maria King, and we are back with the Emblem Nights. It's been about 3 weeks since I recorded a video, because I don't know if you guys can hear a difference, but my voice is bad. So I'm going to try to make it through this, see how well it goes. Alright, Chapter 19, Why the Town is Empty. Yuri, why do you keep avoiding me? Alex asked as he came into the small hut that had been prepared for Joey and John to rest. Yuri had been sitting with her head on her knees, trying to calm her nerves. She looked up when she'd heard his voice. I haven't been avoiding you, she lied, biting her lip in hopes he'd believe her. Don't lie to me, he said. Why have you been avoiding me? He asked again. Yuri looked over at him and stared into his eyes, green eyes. I honestly don't know, she said, admitting to herself more so than Alex. Alex smiled and sat down next to her. You're really good with those little kids. Yuri's stomach dropped. Yeah, well, I've had to take care of my brother for quite some time. She said. Her breath felt as though it came in small portions, causing her to want to breathe more. I need some air, she said, standing. All right, Alex said, standing with her. The two left the hut and stepped outside. The sun was beginning to set on the horizon. Better? A little, Yuri said. She still had a strange feeling in the pit of her stomach. But her breathing was back to normal. You know, this place is so strange. Why do you say that? Alex asked, looking at the campground. The three kids ran around crazily as Roy lit the fire, and Dice gave practice hitting targets far off. Murphy sat on the ground napping, and Ray and Michelle sat by the trees talking. Why were those four left behind, and what could make an entire town run away? Yuri asked. She couldn't possibly come up with any solution to the problem at hand. Someone stirred in the hut behind them, but was still asleep. You'd think that 4 people we found would have gone with them. Sometimes there are mysteries in life even we can't answer. If you think about it too much, you'll go insane, Alex joked. Yuri laughed. I'm so happy that we're here, though, she said, not looking at Alex. I don't know where I'd be without any of you. Well, they all have a way of changing your life. Even though we're serious when it comes to battle and everything, it's days like these that really makes you glad that they're here with you, Alex said with a dreamy smile. Yuri's heart skipped a beat. I'll be right back, she said, walking away from him. Why did her body work this way? She just wanted to have another normal conversation with him again. Right, is it alright if I go get some more firewood with Michelle? Yuri asked as she approached Ray and Michelle. I guess so, but stay in here, okay? Ray said to her. He turned to Michelle. Stay close to her. Michelle gulped. Yes, sir, she said, following Yuri into the forest. Yuri, this is scary. Don't worry, we're fine, Yuri said, still walking. If anything happens, the guys are right there. Aren't we supposed to be gathering wood? Michelle asked, looking around as though something would jump out at her at any moment. I said that for an excuse to be alone. Yuri stopped and sat down on a log. Well, as alone as I can possibly be, she sighed. I have to ask you a couple questions. Okay, Michelle slowly walked over to Yuri and sat down. What do you want? Why were you and your siblings still here? Yuri asked, going straight to the point. Michelle paused for a moment. My husband and parents went to go kill the monster that ravaged our town and asked us to wait, but they never came back. That was 2 months ago. Yuri looked at the ground. Did you love your husband? She asked, ashamed that she asked. Michelle was silent, shocked to be asked such a personal question. With all my heart, she said, with her hand on her chest. Yuri looked at the older girl. How did you know when you liked him? Michelle smiled. Don't worry, there will be a moment when you know that he is the right man for you, she said. Then I must apologize for my behavior earlier today, Yuri said. Oh, and why would you need to apologize? Michelle asked, not really knowing what Yuri had done to her. I think I might have felt threatened by you, and I didn't mean to be rude, so I apologize, Yuri said slowly. She stood then. All right, we can go now. What? Michelle stood confused. That's all you needed? Yeah, well, I never really tried acting like a girl, so I thought I might ask a girl, Yuri said, starting to walk away from the log and back towards the town. Michelle stayed in one spot. Why are you so different? She asked. Huh? Yuri stopped and turned to face Michelle. I don't think I understand. You're confident and unable to show your emotions in front of people, as well as most girls, Michelle said, looking at the ground. All the girls I used to know were quiet and unable to know how to hide our emotions. Yuri laughed, making Michelle look at her. Look, I didn't grow up like most girls. Most girls had no one die in their families until the day their grandparents became too old. I toughened up so I could protect myself, she said. Michelle blushed and looked at the ground. But I really wished I learned how to do the things that girls do. I wouldn't mind being delicate and able to be hurt easily, but I just am afraid of things that I don't understand. That's why I've been avoiding Alex, because I'm scared that I have feelings for him that I do. So you run away from your problems? Michelle asked timidly. She walked up to Yuri, so that the two faced each other. I guess you could say that, Yuri said, barely thinking about it. Something caught her eye. At the end of the road, an orange tentacle looked to flop out onto the road from the forest. Then slowly a huge octopus-like creature wriggled its way out. It approached the two girls with silence and speed. Yuri wouldn't have expected from such a giant creature. Look out! Yuri shouted, pushing Michelle to one side. The monster grabbed Yuri around the bare waist and pulled her towards it. Yuri! Michelle screamed, not knowing what to do. Hurry, go tell the guys, Yuri managed to say. Don't worry, I'll be fine, just go get them. Michelle nodded and sped off down the road, while Yuri struggled to get her dagger out of the bag, still tied around her waist. It was a hard task since the octopus moved so much. Finally she found it and stabbed it in the tentacle that held her tightly. The octopus screamed with agony and tightened its grip. Ah! Yuri cried with pain as she dropped the dagger into the dirt. This was when she wished she had powers that could save her life in moments like these. Something caught her eye, the black line across her finger. She kissed it with a tear in her eye. If she made it out of this alive, she'd tell Alex how she felt about him. No, she'd rather be fighting the octopus instead. Chapter 20, Fuel for Life. So yeah, that wasn't easy, but I made it. Yay. Luckily it was a short chapter. Yeah, like I said, I've been sick for like 3 weeks. My voice was finally starting to come back, and then today, when I decided to record, my voice decided to have a flip-flop again, so hooray! But yeah, anyway, hopefully the next time I do one of these, my voice will be back to normal. But as always, I will put in the description below where you can buy this book if you're interested. If not, that's okay too. You can just follow along with me as I go. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!